Hey, boys and girls, Mr. Warholic here, wishing you a happy Friday. Congratulations, you are almost 1 week through online learning. We are so proud of you in first grade for the way that you have shown determination and perseverance this week. Fridays are a little different than the rest of the week. Next week, we may be meeting with some of you in small groups. This week, we're mainly going to be focused on making sure you have caught up on all of the lessons that you have taught or that you have been assigned through the course of this week. Once all of that is done, we do have some new lessons for you, and we have some extension activities if you would like to keep learning on your own. I'm going to scroll down here to this slide right here, the Catch Up Friday checklist. Go ahead and open it up full screen so you can see it. All right, so when you look at this checklist, you can see everything that was assigned to you in Seesaw all in one place. So you need to come up to Monday and you need to go across and look and ask yourself, did I do the magic-y word sort for Letterland with Miss Ballard? And then you can look over here. Oh, did I do the activity in Seesaw with Miss Geese on identifying the topic? Now, one little thing that I want to say about this activity, boys and girls, is there were 10 slides in this activity, and some of you only did one. You need to, when you go in to check this activity, you use your finger to swipe left to get to all of the other pages. And it's not just enough for you to tell us what is the topic, you also need to give us some details. So if I look at this picture right here, I would say, the topic is shapes. And I know that because I see circles and cylinders and spheres and triangles and cubes and squares. Those are all shapes. All right. Then each day of the week, you should have done at least 15 minutes of read to someone, read to self, or listen to reading. On Monday, your social studies project was to draw and write about a community helper and tell why they are important. And then the last thing you had to do was an art activity for Mrs. Moshberger. If you have not uploaded your picture, your artwork to Seesaw, please make sure you go ahead and do that. We need to be able to tell Mrs. Moshberger you completed your work. On Tuesday, the day started out with you doing a feelings check-in. We can't see you every day, so we just want to make sure you're doing all right. So we're going to be having you do this feeling check-in every other day just so we can see where you're at. So make sure you've done that. Then with Mrs. Hess, you did activity practicing making a group of 10 and showing the leftover ones. Again, you had to do read self, read to someone, or listen to reading. You should have also done some dream box on Tuesday for about 15 minutes. And then in social studies, it was just a quick little activity to see if you really understand producers and consumers. And then you had a PE activity with Coach Ramel. On Wednesday, you were supposed to do this quick dash activity with Miss Ballard for Letterland. You just had to look at each of the Letterland picture cards and tell what sound they would make. Then there were 2 slides in Miss Geese's reading activity. This time you were supposed to read the topic and draw pictures of supporting details. So if this is games, you would need to draw some games or write words of games that you know of and can play. Again, you should have done some read to self, read to someone, or listen to reading. And then for social studies, you were supposed to start your business plan. I've now gone back into Wednesday's slide for this activity and attached a printable worksheet if you would rather do this. Although you don't have to, you can improvise and do it on any piece of paper. And then you had a music activity that we should have seen you upload of some sort on Seesaw so that we can tell Miss Little you finished it. Thursday, you had another feelings check-in. And then you did some more making a group of 10 with leftover ones with Mrs. Hess in this basketball 10s frame activity. There was Dreambox that you should be spending about 15 minutes in practicing your math skills. Then you had to do read to self, read to someone, or listen to reading. And then right underneath my video here, you can see that you had that's where the coach project assignment was. Again, we shouldn't be seeing coach projects already finished. This is a project that takes some time. If we were at school, we would be doing this over a course of at least a week, if not a little bit longer. And you don't have to have it back to us until next Friday, April 24th. So really take some time. Be thoughtful in your building design. If you have the materials on hand, go ahead and add some extra details, like the name sign, windows, doors, paint the walls, color in the roof. If you don't have those materials, it's okay. And then you had an activity on Pebble Go to do for Miss Pruitt. We should see that in your Seesaw account as well. All right. If you have gone through and you are sure you've done all of these activities, then you can move forward. And you're going to see right here, we have the next slide. It says Writer's Workshop. Miss Suffrage went ahead and did several quick mini lessons and short videos to remind you of a few things that you need to do for Writer's Workshop to write a small moment story. You can start working on the small moment story today. It's not due until next Friday. So you have a whole week to watch these videos and write your best story possible. I'm going to walk through and tell you a little bit about each slide or just show them to you because Miss Suffrage right here has a full video about everything that you need to be doing and looking at to do this assignment. So she's going to have a lesson on using capital letters and proper punctuation. And then there's a little activity in Seesaw to show that you understand it. She has a lesson on taking a big watermelon idea and narrowing it down to a little tiny seed activity. She has a lesson to help you brainstorm all of your tiny small moment topic ideas. She has a lesson on writing an interesting first sentence because we want to hook those readers in to read the rest of our story. And she's provided an opportunity where you can either print out the paper or start doing your story on Seesaw. Remember though, we don't want just one sentence per page. That's kindergarten work. You should be filling up just about all of the lines, writing really robust sentences that give us lots of detail. Maybe include some dialogue, describe what you were thinking or how you're feeling, telling what you see, telling and naming who you were with, things like that make a really good story. And then she has a story about saying what, or a lesson helping you figure out what happens first in your story. And again, your writing lesson is not, your writing product is not due until next Friday. So you can work on it a little bit today. And then when you're done and feeling like you've worked enough for writing, you can put it aside and then you can come back to it over the weekend if you want and you're feeling bored, or you can work on it a little bit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then by Friday, you upload a picture of each page of your story. Remember, a small moment story is 3 pages long. And then you read the story to us on Seesaw. All right. Mrs. Roberts is back, so she is going to be showing you, let's see, the goal is I can show my understanding of forces and motion by playing Kahoot. So she's got a quick little lesson here, and then it looks like you get to go into Kahoot and take a quick little quiz to see what you remember and show your understanding of forces and motion. All right, that's pretty much it for the day. So if you have finished all the Seesaw activities from the week, you've worked a little bit on writing your small moment story, maybe you spent a little time working on your coach project. Now you can clean up, use the bathroom if you need it, and eat whenever your family's ready to have lunch. If you still are feeling like you'd like to do something, this next slide, well, we have student questions. We're still going to be available from 1 to 1:45. And your parents can submit a question, but we might not talk to them about it until next week because parent time is Monday through Thursday. Friday is really just to work with you all. Google Meets. All right, Friday assignment. Here's just a quick little checklist for you to look through and make sure you did all of the writing lessons, and so you can use this all week long. You do not have to do all of the writing today. Your writing assignment is due next Friday, April 24th. All right, after all of that, we have this page, and it says Extension Activities. If you click on this, it'll take you to a whole new slideshow that has all kinds of different fun games and activities you can do when you're feeling a little bored or if you feel like you want to keep working but you've done all your work. So we have some math stuff, Prodigy, homeschool math, some games that Miss Geese has created, a reminder to go into Dreambox. We have some spelling games that you can go in and play, including the Letterland app, some spelling games on PBS Kids, Starfall. We have some daily 5 things that you can go do. We have rotation choices, all the different places where you can go listen to stories read aloud to you. We have some science and social studies activities. So some of the places that are zoos or aquariums, those will take you to cameras that you can watch live cameras of animals. There's some science games in PBS Kids. You can go into Pebble Go and explore, or you can go to National Geographic Kids. They have articles and some games you can play. On this slide, there's some different things you can do to practice writing skills. There's different writing games. Then Miss Little has given me some websites that are good to go on and explore with music. Slide after this is art. There are a few little art things you can do. The Chicago Institute of Art has some kids activities. PBS Kid has some art activities. And Jerry's Artorama, which is an art store, has some free lessons that you can watch and learn how to draw. PE, the Durham Bulls has a reading club that they're going to be announcing, and Major League Baseball has some activities that you can go do. Oh, and I forgot, in each of the slides where you see the MI teacher, if you click on that teacher's face, that will take you to a form where you can request a Google Meetup with them. And then Miss Roberts has some science and social studies activities. I do believe this link takes you to astronauts reading to you from outer space. Mrs. Pruitt wanted to remind you of all of the different websites that you use in media with her. We have some brain break activities. PBS Kids has a bunch of learning activities that you can do. And that's pretty much it. We hope you have a great day. Have some time to relax and have some fun this weekend. If you have any questions, please let us know. See you, love you, bye.